Xbox and the culture of hate that surrounds it. Not indifference, not apathy, but honest to God hatred. Now this is a video I've wanted to make for some time now, and you know what? What better time than now, right? So I've been doing YouTube now for 2 years, although I only really started posting regularly around 2017, so maybe, a little bit over a year, maybe 16 months. And one of the things that has shocked me is the people that, honest to God, hate Xbox with every fiber of their being. When I post a video about the latest Xbox news or what I think about something, or maybe the recent game I played, there's always a few comments talking about how much Xbox sucks, how much Xbox fans are horrible, how they hate Xbox, and X-sluts are on suicide watch, other different types of derogatory terms that I have banned on the channel that I have to delete. And I thought about it and I was like, was it always like this? Was there always a culture of hate that surrounded Xbox back in the OG era, or maybe the 360 era? Or was this a product of this gen, of the mistakes and things that Microsoft tried to do early in the generation? And I wanted to make a video about it and just talk about it for a little bit, so let's go. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, Man with a Million, back again with another video. I love making YouTube videos. I really enjoy reading all the comments that you guys post for me. I like reading the well thought out, reasoned posts, and I even like when people take a different position than me, because I'm not one to say my opinion's the correct one. I always like to look at it from every perspective as possible, and sometimes I just didn't think of something, but someone in the comments section will say something interesting and I will like that. But far too often when I read my own comments section, when I see my other friends here on YouTube, when considering I watch a lot of different stuff because I want to get everybody's perspective, not just my own, there's always this theme of fanboys, I guess you would call it, that despise Xbox like it was an actual person. And I've always thought that was incredibly weird and sad. There are some really truly rotten things in this world that happen that really deserve your hatred more than an entertainment device, more than a piece of plastic, but yet here they are in the comments section. And yeah, I understand some people will just say they're just trolling, we're just trolling. And I get it, and trolling doesn't bother me whatsoever. And in fact, some of you might be thinking, well, Rand's trying to sell us an Xbox. Look, I don't care if you own an Xbox, I don't care if you like Xbox, I don't care if you love Xbox, whatever. This isn't that type of video. It's just kind of looking at what's going on and speaking about it. I don't love Xbox, I don't love Sony, I don't love Nintendo. I like playing on my Xbox, I like playing on PlayStation, but I'm not emotionally attached to these systems. They're just something for me to game on. I primarily played on PlayStation during the PS1 and PS2 era. Now I primarily play on the Xbox. Could something happen down the road where I switch and change back to primarily playing on PlayStation again? Of course. But I didn't put all of myself into these systems, and I think this is where I differ from a lot of other people. Someone buys a PlayStation or someone buys an Xbox, and when someone trashes that console, they think it's an attack on themselves, And I never really felt like that. You could type in my comments section all day, or hit me up on Twitter and say Xbox has no games, Xbox is terrible, all the executives there suck. Whatever you want to try to do to get a rise out of me because it works with other people, it doesn't happen to me. I just hate having to go in the comments section and delete stuff like, X-sluts on suicide watch is one of my favorite ones, but there are some other derogatory terms that I'm not going to mention because YouTube will strike this video down fast, so I delete those. And I always sit there, I'm like, are these people trolling, or do they truly hate Xbox that much that they have to take a little bit out of their time every single day, multiple times a day, to tell other people how much the system they're playing on is a piece of trash. Truly, truly sad times we live in. And I thought to myself, man, do people just hate Microsoft? Maybe overseas they do in Europe, as Microsoft has all those antitrust cases back in the day, but not necessarily here in America. And honestly, when Microsoft got into the game, I don't recall there being this much hatred. Last gen, the 360 was the console of choice if you wanted to play third-party games alongside a pretty good suite of first-party exclusives like Halo and Gears of War and stuff like that. The hatred toward Xbox really didn't start until Microsoft ventured off in the Kinect, and then went off on the deep end with the reveal of, the DRM strategy. Microsoft was changing gaming, and I think that was the point when Microsoft tried to change how you would physically own something, change the way we had been owning and playing our games since, gaming started, that people really kind of turned against Microsoft. And this isn't a media bias thing either, because I know that gets thrown around as well. I'm not really blaming anybody for it. I'm just seeing it for myself and speaking on it. It's sad when Phil Spencer tweets a random thing about, hey, we're doing this project, and I can go into his replies and just see you're a piece of garbage and different things thrown his way. Even when Microsoft announced the Xbox Adaptive Controller, you should have seen the responses to the tweets and videos talking about the Adaptive Controller, where people were literally making fun of disabled people for it. And I thought that was just, okay, I've seen it all now. Now we're literally gonna make fun of people with cerebral palsy and all the different type of afflictions that people have. Like, this is disgusting. And I thought this was about gaming, having fun playing these great games that these companies make for us, having fun playing with your friends. But for some people, I guess it became an opportunity to just bash and hate Xbox in a way that I don't even think Sony and Nintendo get hated on. Not saying that people don't hate Sony and Nintendo, because clearly people do. But I think the hate for Microsoft is on a next level, and it all stems back to what they were trying to do at the beginning of the generation. Even when you still have what I would consider positive movements with Xbox. When people criticize them for not having a big first-party studio and Microsoft goes out and actually tries to rectify that, you still have people just hate all over those things, which is just entirely weird to me. And what really prompted this video was the recent Obsidian rumor from Kotaku. There was a 70-page thread about it on Reset Era, and it became a toxic cesspool of just bullshit that drove, someone to leave the community. And look, NeoGAF, Reset Era, they're both basically the same thing at this point. I liked both of those websites because that's where news normally broke. I hate interacting with, most of the people there because it's a very toxic place. Very, very toxic. But I like browsing and things like that. But being here on YouTube, reading the comments that I get, reading the comments to everything that happens there, seeing the comments in Twitter replies, it makes me sad to realize that there are grown-ass men with kids in their 40s and 50s literally fighting a console war. It's a sad state of affairs we live in, people. Grow up. I just want to tell these people to grow up. I'm not telling you to like Xbox, love Xbox, whatever. If you hate it so much, maybe you need to do something to change your life. If it really bothers you that much, that you need to go and post something somewhere, probably need to reevaluate what you're doing. I don't like Nintendo. I'm apathetic towards them. I don't go into tweets from Reggie and tell him he's a piece of garbage. I don't go into other Nintendo YouTubers and tell them how much they suck, right? Because I don't care. I got better things to do with my time than sit on Twitter and troll YouTube comments about something that in reality is just a piece of plastic that I bought to have fun with. But I don't know, it's like people are stuck in this childish mentality and they can't get out of it. No matter what Microsoft does or Sony does or Nintendo does to change that, they're just constantly going to hate. So if you're one of these guys listening who really hates video games, hates Xbox, hates me, and you're subscribed and you want to troll all my videos, just do me a favor, hit that unsub button and just go away. I don't need you here. I don't want you here. But for everybody else that wants to be civil, that wants to have an interesting discourse in the comments section, for someone who even wants to constructively criticize my opinions or whatever, you're more free than welcome to. I love reading that stuff. But I'm over the pure hatred that some people have for gaming and Xbox in general. Just grow up and leave me alone. That's it, guys. That's the video for now. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share this out on social media, hit that sub button. If you're new, hit the notification bell if you always want to be notified when I drop new content. And if you're one of those haters, get the F out of my video. Later.